What is going on, guys? Chris here. Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be covering the review, the quick breakdown and reaction of the episode of The Walking Dead we just watched. If you guys haven't checked out this before, every week we talk, we break down the episode, and then that's it. So this week we watched Season 9, Episode 12, Guardians of The Walking Dead. We got to see Alpha and a little bit more of the way she handles situations within her group. We got to see, spoiler alert, obviously don't watch this video if you haven't watched the episode, we got to see Henry and Lydia saved by Daryl. Oh, I don't remember the other girl's name. My bad. But we got to see Daryl, produce a rescue mission, which was pretty sick because he basically stole a mask or two and basically did to the Whisperers what they do to other people. He led a group of walkers, zombies, whatever you want to call them, into their habitat where they live, and that's it. That's what he did. So he let him in. He gets Henry out. He tells him we got to go. He tells him Lydia cannot stay. And Henry then says, nope, I'm not leaving then. And then, they all leave. So that's going to pose, obviously, an issue for Alpha, which I think is going to make more people question her because her decision directly led to more of her people dying, right? So we got to see a little bit earlier about what happens when she makes decisions. Apparently it hadn't happened in a while, but apparently the way the group is ran is if you want at any time, you can challenge the leader. I assume it's not a debate. I assume you can challenge them to a fight to the death, I guess, to see who's leader. So she said it hadn't happened in a while. It kind of shook her up a bit, it seems like. But Alpha, I don't really understand how it works fully. I don't feel like Alpha is some trained, killer that's going to kill at everybody in one-on-one combat, to be honest. There was a lot of large dudes there. I imagine if Beta decided he wanted to take over, I imagine if he challenged her, it's possible that he wins. She doesn't seem like some martial artist, ex-army, marine, any of the above. It more just seems like she wins those encounters through intimidation, confidence, fear. It doesn't look like she wins, at least from what I've seen so far, it doesn't look like she wins because she's some skilled, assassin, killer, anything like that. So it looks like she just wins through her personality of being overbearing and aggressive. So we got to see a little bit more on how she handles issues within her group. We got to see a bit more of Michonne, who apparently technically isn't in the show that much anymore. Somebody was talking about how she's not fully contracted into this season, so that's why she's only in it for a little bit of a couple episodes. She has a new interaction with Negan. I want to root for Negan to be in the show, and I want to root for Negan's character, but it's just very hard after what happened. Like, at the end of the day, he killed Glenn. You know what I mean? I don't care how cool you are. I don't think at any point I could, this is a really weird camera angle. Like, you guys are just looking up at me. Whatever. This is what you see. This is what you see on the channel. So, a few new interactions. An interaction between Judith and Michonne. And we'll see. We'll see. Negan's story development is very interesting to me. The preamble to a war, obviously, that's coming is on the horizon, which will be very interesting. I very much like, again, I said this last, maybe I said it the past few episodes, I very much like Alpha's character. It's very odd to see interactions between groups like this that are done completely in whispers. They're like yelling and fighting through whispers. It was just like a very unsettling interaction to watch. But it's like parents that are arguing, but they don't want their kids to hear. And anyway, Lydia and Henry's story is interesting, but I still like, I like how the story's being written this season, and I mentioned that the first time that we were talking about the season going forward without Rick, right? And I like where it's heading, but it still doesn't feel the same without Rick. Like, I remember making a Facebook post in 2011, maybe 2011, 2010, maybe, that was like The Walking Dead, my new favorite show, and it was just like, I didn't watch or read the comics, so I wasn't, I didn't need, a certain character from the comic to translate over to the TV show, but like, the past 8 or 9 years of my life, I watched Rick Grimes, right, and the story of how his story through the apocalypse, through all these scenarios versus the dead versus the living, all the above. And it was a story about how he tried to provide safety and security for his family in an end of the world type scenario, and I very much enjoyed that story. And now we're getting new stories, and it's fine and everything, but I'm just like, I'm not somebody who watches Fear the Walking Dead. I'm not somebody who is just as interested in these new stories. I still like them. I still enjoy them. I'm still going to watch them, obviously, but it's just not the same to me. I'm going to be very excited for when they actually release more of the Rick stuff, and I hope, my ultimate goal in my mind for what they do is, I hope this show does have an ending. I don't want them to drag this out for another 20 years. Like, give us an ending. I want an ending within 5-ish years. You know what I mean? I don't want them to just drag this out. Fear the Walking Dead. I need a story that runs alongside Rick's movie stories, progresses the storyline at the same time frame, same timeline, and then I want to see those two stories cross, get Rick maybe in the final season to wrap up the Walking Dead's story, and that's it. That's what I want. But that's it. That's where we're at for this week. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. If there was anything specific that you thought was interesting about the episode that I missed, let me know if you have any feedback on these videos. If you'd like something, if you'd like to talk about something, if you'd like me to talk about something any more, any different. And that's about it. I will see you guys next week for Season 9, Episode 13. Don't know the title of it, but I think we're getting close to within a few episodes of the finale. And yeah, as always, I'll see you guys next video. Okay, bye.